Hi, my name is Melinda Trapanese. This is my husband, Samuel Trapanese. This is for Human Services 103, our videotaping assignment. In this mock session, Samuel will be playing a client and playing a fictitious character. Samuel is a 33-year-old Caucasian male. And let me start by saying that anything said during this session is confidential unless there is evidence that any harm could come to yourself or others, or if there is any evidence of abuse towards a child or the elderly, then I am obligated to report that. Basically, abuse of the helpless.
Okay.
Okay. So, Samuel, tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm an Iraq veteran, and I got out in 2012 after being discharged for medical reasons, and I was in active combat and saw a lot of action in Iraq, and got deployed to Afghanistan, and also did some duties at Guantanamo Bay.
Okay, so a lot of time in combat zones.
Yep, a lot.
Have you ever been previously diagnosed with anything?
Yep, I've been diagnosed with PTSD, anxiety, and depression.
Are you on any type of medication for that?
Yep, I'm on antipsychotics, I'm on antidepressants, and I'm on anti-anxiety medication, as well as pain relief for Tylenol and ibuprofen.
Okay, so you're dealing with physical injuries related to service?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I got...
Such as?
Our Humvee got hit with a roadside bomb, and I was the only survivor.
Okay, what type of physical injuries did you sustain?
I broke both my legs, and I had a traumatic brain injury.
Okay, and how has that affected your daily life?
I have really bad headaches, and I've overcame getting my legs healed up, but I'm not 100% now, so I still have trouble walking sometimes.
What happened to your legs?
I broke both of them below the knee from the front seat of the car smashing into my legs.
And that has caused you physical pain?
Yep. I have arthritis, and I have plates and pins in both my legs now.
Now, have you ever dealt with any substance abuse?
Yep. I drank a lot when I was in the service, and after I got back from war, I continued drinking a lot. And since I've been discharged, I've been dabbling and using amphetamines.
Have you spoken to anyone before about your substance use?
No.
But you're not, are you under the influence right now?
No, I drank last night to go to sleep, but no, okay. I'm not. I haven't drank yet today.
Okay. Do you see anyone regularly?
Nope. Not anymore, not since I've been discharged.
So what brings you in today?
I'm just really upset and trying to get some help and dealing with some of the stuff I've been through from the war.
Well, you've been through a lot. I mean, all this time in combat zones, and of course, PTSD, you're recovering, and you still have physical issues. I can't imagine how hard that is.
It is hard.
So, how do you seem to be coping right now?
I'm not coping very well because I don't have anyone I can really turn to, because knowing that since I've got out of the service, I had the support of my, fellow soldiers with me, but I don't have them anymore, and I've lost all that camaraderie and the people that have been through the same thing as me, and it's hard to find myself actually dealing with normal people. I get real anxious around them and I don't like people anymore, it seems like. people don't know what I've been through and can't understand it.
So has that caused you, how does that hinder you, like, socially? I mean, are you alienating?
I've alienated myself. I have one, sometimes two friends that I hang out with, but mostly I just go to the bar and drink. And I know people at the bar, but I don't hang out with them.
So, how often do you use alcohol?
I drink every day.
Drink every day?
Every day.
And how long has this been going on?
Since before my first deployment in 2004.
Wow, so it's quite a long time. So it's 14 years?
Mm.
14 years of regular alcohol use.
Mm.
How long have you been using amphetamines?
I just use them every once in a while. I don't think that's really an issue. I like maybe twice a month when it comes up. You know, I don't buy it or anything. It's just this guy I know does it, and I do it sometimes with him.
But, so it's not like a regular thing?
No.
Okay. So do you feel any withdrawal symptoms from your substance use?
No, like, I drink every day, so I don't feel like any, not like jitters or anything, not like those old-timer alcoholics get. I'm not like that.
Okay. So, and that's just for substances. What about, like, if you don't drink alcohol? What happens to you?
I don't know. I drink every day.
You never allowed yourself to go without drinking?
No.
Okay, but you haven't drank today?
Not yet,
So,
no.
Okay. So
No,
are you
It's
feeling...
only 2 o'clock. I'll probably go drink after this, though.
Okay. So, but are you having any type of withdrawal symptoms, anything like that from not drinking?
No.
Okay. Alrighty. So, have you had any therapy in the past to help you deal with your PTSD?
No, this is... To be honest with you, I'm really only in here because my lawyer said it would be a good idea to try to go get help because I just got a DUI a couple months ago.
Okay. So, but you're not court ordered. It's just
He said I should probably go into the VA, which I am, and talking to you and seeing about maybe getting some help because he says that I have a problem with drinking, but I think my problem is just that all the stuff that I've been through. It's not that this is the first time I've ever gotten in trouble with the law, but my lawyer said it would probably be a good idea to come see and talk to you guys. So.
Alright, so, well, thank you for coming in. I mean, I know that it was on your lawyer's recommendation to have you come in here, but I think that it's a good thing. You have been through a lot. Okay, so as far as your alcohol use and substance use, was that going on before your time in combat areas?
No, I mean, like every young kid, I drank at a party every once in a while, but
it wasn't consistent?
No.
Until the military?
Yep. Until, I drank, socially before my deployments, but it just seemed like I started drinking more and more after I got back from my second deployment, especially after the IED incident.
Okay. And then you've been out since 2012,
Mm-hmm.
and since then has your alcohol use increased? And your substance use dabbling?
Yeah, because I'm just kind of bored because I'm 100% disabled and medically discharged from the military, so I gotta, I'm not really doing anything So I just kind of sit around with my dog all day and drink. And
So you're
go to the bar.
you're not married.
No,
You don't have any
no,
children.
no children. I was divorced twice, but you know, I got married real young and got divorced, and then I was married for about 6 years. But then after I got out of the military, we got divorced, but never had any kids.
So, is there anyone around you that you're close with?
No, just my buddy Brandon, and but you know, Brandon and I don't hang out much anymore because he killed himself 2 months ago.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And then I hang out with my buddy Rick every once in a while, but that's only during deer hunting season.
So Brandon passed just 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And how close were you?
I knew him since I first got into the military. So, and we hung out, we lived with each other for a while and hung out with each other all the time and stayed pretty close contact.
And how did he die?
He shot himself in the head.
He shot himself. Where were you when this happened?
He was at his house with his fiance, and he'd been drinking, and I was up here in Indiana while he was down in Florida. And yeah.
Okay, so you saw him regularly before?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
When I was stationed in Florida, we hung out all the time together, and I used to take trips down there because we're not that far. I used to drive down there every couple of weeks.
Okay.
And go see him and hang out and go bar hopping and get tattoos and you know.
Is he a veteran as well?
No, he was actually a civilian.
Okay.
Rick is a veteran though. The guy I go deer hunting with, he's a vet too.
Okay. So so Brandon passed, and then the only person that you're close with is your friend Rick.
Yep.
That you go deer hunting with.
Yep, kind of.
But that's also it's just
It's just seasonal basically. We just go deer hunting together.
What about any family?
Oh, my family all lives up north and out west, so I don't see them very much.
You don't have any family around?
No, not around here.
Are you, do you socialize at all in any type of...
No, the only socialization I really did before was when my ex-wife and I would go out, but I've been divorced now for 3 or 4 years, 3 years, so I haven't really, since our divorce, I don't really go out and socialize with too many people. I find it kind of hard to.
Okay. But, so you had said that you divorced from your second wife when you got out of the military.
Yep.
And you got out of the military 2012?
Yep.
Okay. And it's 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 6 years.
Yeah, but we stayed married a couple years after I got out of the military.
Okay.
And then we got divorced.
Okay. So just trying to, put together a timeline. So you've been through a lot. 2 divorces, multiple combat, physical injuries. You're 100% disabled. You had your legs broken. Dealing with PTSD from that, depression. Your friend just passed. It's a lot to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got my DUI right after he passed away.
So, did your drinking increase even more?
Yeah.
When he passed?
Yeah, I was day drinking and pretty much just waking up and started drinking again every day, and was driving back from the bar after drinking all day, I went to the bar and then drove back home, and I don't remember it. I was blacked out and got pulled over by the police, and I didn't even know I was getting pulled over until I got to a stoplight, and then they came up and pulled me out of the truck. So,
Has this been your first DUI?
yep, my first DUI. Normally, I'm pretty good about just walking down to the bar down the street, but the bar was closed, and I was driving home. I don't even remember it. I don't even remember driving there.
So, and then on top of all of that, dealing with some potential legal issues too, and the loss of your license. Can you go through, like, what is a typical day for you?
Well, since I got my DUI, a lot's changed. Like, I just kind of sit around the house now, and I'll wake up and take my dog out, and then I'll walk down to the corner liquor store and buy a case of beer or a bottle, and then I'll go home and watch TV and sometimes play some video games, and every once in a while this guy Rob comes over and he'll drink some beers with me, but I don't really consider him a friend. You know, that's the guy I smoke meth with sometimes. And I think it's nice to have him around sometimes, but I know he's just a tweaker and doesn't mean anything. He's just using me.
Okay, so, and he comes over regularly?
No, not regularly. I think only when he wants to get drunk. But that's sometimes he'll bring over some of his own shit and smoke me out when we're drunk. So.
Okay. And then, how do you feel afterwards? Do you, because it seems, that your use increases, you're using use as your means to cope with whatever issues that you're going through. How does that make you feel afterwards?
I'm not sure. I know what you're asking me. What do you mean,
So,
how I feel?
I mean, does it make you feel better? I mean, or during that time, do you just feel numb to everything?
When I'm
Is that why you're
drinking?
doing it?
I used to just drink so I could go to sleep because I have nightmares so bad about the IED and what I've seen in war. And alcohol would help me stay asleep all night and go back to sleep again if I woke up from a nightmare. And so I was drinking for that, kind of to ease myself into sleep and stay asleep. Because for a while there, every time I'd close my eyes, if I wasn't drinking, I'd see all the horrible shit that I'd seen.
And that doesn't happen now?
Well, it still happens, but if I drink until I pass out, usually it's just like a dark sleep, like it shuts off my brain, you know?
And any of the medication that you're using, I mean, how does...
Well, I don't take it all the time, you know?
Okay.
Sometimes if I remember to take it, I'll take it, but I don't know, I take it every once in a while, you know? I should probably take it more often, but I took it for a while and it didn't seem like it was helping, so I just kind of, if I remember to take it, I'll take it, you know?
What kind of life are you wanting for yourself?
I don't know, I wish I could go back in the military again, but since they discharged me, I don't really know what to do with myself, you know?
What would you like to do? Like, what are you interested in? What kind of things do you like?
I don't know, I like to hunt, and, you know, I don't know really what I like. Just, you know, I like working on my truck and going deer hunting with Rick. I like watching TV.
So I know that you are 100% VA disabled. I guess what I'm asking is, if there was something that you could do regularly, I mean, would you want to get maybe a job? Is that something that you're interested in?
Well, with my disability rating, I can't really get a job. I'm 100% disabled, unemployable.
Okay. Well, what kind of things, I guess, are you interested in?
Well, I like hunting and, like I said, my truck and, you know, normally just, when I was married, I would just do whatever my wife wanted to go do, and that was fine, but, I think I don't know, she had an affair, and so we got divorced, so I don't know.
How does that impact you? How does that make you? How does that make you feel?
Well, yeah, of course, I mean, I was pissed off that she cheated on me, but I just, you gotta be my own, man. I can't just let that kind of shit happen and just stick around, I'm not that forgiving of a person.
Did you start drinking more after the divorce?
Kind of drank about the same, but yeah, maybe I drank a little more for a while there.
So, after the divorce, I mean, were you upset about it, or were you?
Well, I was kind of glad that we didn't have any kids yet, because we were thinking about having kids, but I wasn't really up for it. Maybe it was, I don't know, I just had a lot of stuff going on still. I didn't really want kids yet. I know she wanted kids real bad, but we just couldn't have any kids for a while. It's not like we weren't really trying, but we weren't really not trying,
So, so how do all of those things, how do you feel about those things now? Like, all the things that you're going through recently, like, what is it that you struggle with the most?
I guess just the nightmares and the depression, and I guess my drinking is getting a little out of control since Brandon passed away. So I know I gotta do something different because I got a DUI and broke the law, and could have been worse. I could have, during that blackout, I could have crashed my truck and killed someone and been in jail for the rest of my life. So
Are you wanting a different life for yourself?
yeah, I guess, but it's hard to ask for help because I feel like I can overcome this myself, but every time I've tried to set rules on myself for my drinking, I always wind up breaking them. So,
Are you interested in sobriety?
maybe not sobriety, but just getting to a point where I'm not drinking every day and blacking out. I want to be able to maintain myself and just be like a normal person.
So you just don't want to be getting in trouble,
Right.
but you still want to continue drinking?
Right. Just not as much, because like, I don't want to say that I'm an alcoholic or that I have a problem or anything because, alcoholics go to meetings. I like to drink and it helps me with my nightmares and stuff, and, it makes me feel better, so. But I don't want to drink myself to death and get in trouble and get DUIs and stuff.
I mean, so aside from your DUI, I mean, are you happy with your life right now?
I guess I got money and a house and a truck and kind of get to do what I want, but I wish I had my old friends that I used to have and stuff, but everyone kind of just moved all over the place, so.
Okay, so
I guess I'm happy, but I'm, sometimes I'm not, especially lately, just all the stuff I'm going through.
I'm just wanting to get a picture of, like, where you're wanting to be, like, what you think a better life is. I mean, so are you saying that you're happy with your life, except that your drinking has started becoming legal issues, and other than that, you're happy. I'm just trying to get an idea.
I mean, I guess I'd like to have a girlfriend or something again one day, or maybe even get married again, but I don't know. I guess things could be a lot better.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, so say you go to sleep tonight and a miracle happens and everything that you want for yourself in the future, everything changes and you have the perfect life. What would that look like for you?
I'd probably be back in the military again, and have a nice wife and a nice house and make staff sergeant, and
But the military is not really an option for you right now.
Right, but if it was a miracle.
Okay. So you would wake up, and can you go through like a day and how it would be different?
Well, I'd wake up and my knees wouldn't be hurting, and if I was having dreams or something, I could talk to one of the guys at work about it that's been through the same things I've been through, and I could just be in charge of something and feel like I'm part of something again, like I was when I was in the military, and be around all the guys that I'm used to being around and joking around and getting work done and doing drills and stuff, and come home to a nice life with dinner on the table and have a beer and you watch some football and play with the dog and go run errands with my wife, whatever she wanted to do, or go out to dinner or something. I mean, that would be probably the ideal life.
Any kids?
I don't know. That's something, if it was ideal, yeah, with the right person at the right time.
Okay. So, if a miracle happened, the perfect life would be you'd wake up with no pain.
Yep.
You would be back in the military and be able to socialize with your buddies. And if you had any nightmares or whatever, you'd have someone there like you used to be able to talk about it with, somebody that went through what you went through, that could relate to you.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to go back to work in the military and come home to a wife and your dog and dinner on the table, or even better, going out to dinner with your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to have a beer and don't have to worry about DUIs.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Has there any, like in the past few weeks, has there been a time where it's felt just a little bit close to what you described?
No, not really.
Like waking up and no pain, or having someone to talk to, or anything like that?
No, not in these last couple of weeks, no. I mean, I had some people to talk to after Brandon died, but hasn't really been anyone to talk to. Just kind of been me by myself. I mean, my neighbor will ask me how I'm doing every once in a while, but that's just like common courtesy. I just tell him I'm good. I'm not gonna break down and tell him what's going on in my life because I don't really know him.
Okay, let's take a break really quick.